Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back to another episode of The Bus. Today we're in Berlin, where there has been some AI buses added. Now I'm on the N100, which is a night route. Look, there's a night bus over there on the 200. Wow. Yeah, I'm on the N100, a night route. I didn't realise there were night routes in Berlin, but apparently there are. So yeah, we're just going to hop aboard, close that behind us. There we go, so that all the passengers don't just leap on. You know, we don't want that, do we? Right, start the ignition. We're going to boot everything up. There we go, that's good stuff. Now, from what I remember, I need to do all the doors myself, don't I? I mean, what time are we on? It's 4:49 in the morning. Right, hang on. It's very, very early. I mean, I'm recording this at 5:05 in the morning. I'm actually on late at work. I've had about 3 hours sleep, but my other half is away. And I appear to have lost the ability to sleep. I know it's ridiculous, isn't it? I've never had a problem with sleeping before, really. But I managed about 3 hours, and then my brain was like, "Come on, ready to go." What's this now? No, what? There we go.
Good morning.
Right, okay. It's I'm trying to think of the controls. Obviously, between this and OMSI and right, hang on. Can we? Right, is it F11 that does them all? Yes, there we go. So F11 does them all, and then if I press it again, I think it activates the door buttons, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm just having a little crash course in how to operate the bus here. Yeah, and then F11 will shut it again. That is lovely stuff. Put the air conditioning on, and yeah, I think we're more or less ready to go. We could probably do with some lighting. I don't think I've got any lighting on, have I? Right, that'll be on here somewhere. So we'll right, that's parking light, headlights. There we go. Fog light rear, parking light. I do like this sort of thing we've got. Interior lights, let's have them on. And we'll pop them down to 30%, I think, on account of it's night time. You know, we don't want to blind people, do we? We don't want the lighting to be too harsh. I mean, if I cannot remember how I get out of this flipping cab, but never mind, we'll, there we go. If we've got the headlights on, yeah, that's good stuff. Got the tail lights on, excellent. Right, I think we're more or less ready to go, don't you? Right, off we go. So, yeah, this is the beta version, so I'm not entirely convinced we're not going to run into some bugs today. However, obviously now we've got AI buses, so this should make this whole experience a lot more realistic. One of my main gripes with the bus is, of course, that there's no AI buses, and I know they always said that it was coming, so, you know, I wasn't overly worried. Oh, right, there we go. But obviously driving around a big city like Berlin on your own, it just feels a bit weird, doesn't it? Particularly when some of these routes are like every 10 minutes, you know, so there should be plenty of AI traffic going past. And then when there isn't, yeah, it's a little bit... Right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. While we're here, we're just going to get a nice picture, because I feel like the opportunities to get a nice picture on this might be few and far between. So we're going to go for a nice little look at that field of view there. We'll have one of them. Capture a screenshot. And we'll have another one. Beautiful. Lovely. There we go. Right, as you were. Back to it. So there we go. We'll try and drive nice and smooth. One thing about this, I do really, really like the bus. In comparison to... yeah, you're right. In comparison to City Transport Simulator, because all the passengers behave a lot more like passengers. Right, you want a ticket. So Berlin AB, single ticket, and we're paying by cash. So you want 6.50 change. Where is it? It's here. 6.50. There we go. And sit down, my darling. Thank you. Right, are we good to go? Yep, lovely. I think we're a little bit early there. Naturally, because I picked a night route, you're going to tell me, aren't you, that we're not going to see any AI because it's night time and there's not many buses playing out. It's what you're going to tell me, isn't it? I'm hoping that we'll see somebody... Oh, look, that road's shut. It didn't used to be shut. Why is it shut now? That's very interesting. They've put roadworks in, look. They've got the yellow markings on the road. Right, okay, that's green. Excellent. I think I might have just ignored a... Should I have been looking at the other signal there? Never mind. One thing I do really, really love about this Solaris is the fact that it just rattles as you drive along. It sounds fantastic. Here we go, Platz. It's about to rip the steering wheel out of my hands. There we go. Good stuff. We're getting on, sir. Yeah, good morning. Hello. Right, off we go. It is quite nice, isn't it? Having sort of driving through Berlin in the middle of the night. There's not a lot of cars on the road. Obviously wearing our electric Solaris Bendy. It's good to get back in the Bendy bus. I haven't driven any Bendy buses on City Transport Simulator yet, have I? But it is, yeah, it's nice to get back in. It's nice to get back on the bus full stop, to be honest with you. I mean, last couple of times we've been driving the Hamburg DLC, haven't we? Now that, as far as I'm aware, has not got AI buses on it just yet. It's something that is going to be added in time. However, at the moment, we're just doing Berlin. Just doing Berlin. So, yeah, I'm thinking of a live stream at some point. But obviously that depends on whether we have the time. So, yeah, it would be nice to do a couple of routes on this. It really would. Yeah, I've decided to drive a night route here where naturally there are no buses. No AI buses at all. I mean, we saw the other Solaris at the beginning, so, you know, we're well on the way. Better than nothing, isn't it? Obviously, that's a bit of proof that I've not just completely made it up. Flipping heck, it's about to rip my steering wheel off at desk. Oh, there we go, we'll stop here. Oh, there we go, full steam ahead. I'm so glad, you know, because this was one of my favourite buses to drive, the Solaris. Out of all of them, I really, really enjoyed driving the Solaris. I was so gutted when they broke it in one of the betas. But yeah, they appear to have fixed it now, and everything is back to how it was. Which is good stuff. We'll let that car past, and we'll do a bit of that. Look at that. There we go. So we're obviously going left. We're following the traffic light on the left. Any buses coming on there? No. I mean, the thing is it's every half an hour is this route, by the look of things. I mean, from start to finish, it's going to take about 27 minutes, it reckons. And the route seems to be every half an hour, so... Does that mean there's two in the circuit, and we'll see another one coming the other way halfway through? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Right, okay. Just sit and talk amongst yourselves. One thing on this game, it has to be said, in comparison to City Transport Simulator, because I am going to directly compare them. It's unfair to compare it to OMSI, because OMSI is a lot older. It's still fantastic physics. But obviously this, along with City Transport Simulator, are two of the strongest, well, they are the two strongest contenders, in my opinion, for modern day bus simulators. If you want the pretty graphics that OMSI doesn't deliver, but you also want decent physics from someone who drives a bus, or who has a bus driving licence, take it from me, these are your two most realistic simulators. I do find that this is just a little bit... I mean, this is an older game, don't get me wrong, it's been out longer than City Transport Simulator, but I just feel that this is just a lot more advanced. You know, I just, personally, if I had to pick between the two, I think that this is sort of, I would pick this over City Transport Simulator. Don't get me wrong, it's got a lot of potential, but obviously with this having real world cities, not having to deal with the sort of management side of it, which... Don't get me wrong, it's okay, but I feel like it's a bit of a gimmick. I definitely would pick this. And of course, with the Hamburg DLC as well, we've got a couple of really realistic cities to choose from there. And I mean, who doesn't love Berlin?
Morgen.
Alright, check in. Catch a death of cold dressed like that at this time of year. It's October, for goodness sake, woman. Right, off we go. But yes, City Transport Simulator, you do spend a lot more time just sat at traffic lights. He says, sitting at a red traffic light. I know. But yeah, it seems to work a lot more like real life on the bus. City Transport Simulator, you just sit there for ages and ages and ages and ages. And actually, the routes aren't that long, are they? But they take forever because of the traffic lights. You know, they might fix it eventually, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. He says as we just sit at some traffic lights. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, you timed that well, didn't you, Joe? Timed that well indeed. Oh, here we go. Lovely stuff. Right, full steam ahead. So hopefully, I mean, at this time in the morning, what are we? 4:58. Hopefully, we should see... Oh, this is one of my favourite bus stops. Yeah, hopefully we should see buses maybe coming from the depot. That'd be nice if they include the depot runs in, because I believe there is a depot on this. Nordische Botschaften Adenauer Stiftung. This is one of my favourite bus stops because it just sounds like a really funny place. Oh, that would be the tyres, been scrubbed down the curb. Luckily BVG, I don't think they're going to bill me for that.
Hi,
oh,
ich benötige einen Fahrschein.
Right, you want a ticket,
Was
right.
kostet das?
Just, give me a second. Good Christ. Right, there we are. Take your ticket and sit down. Right, off we go. And we made it through the lights, look at that. Every time I go for one of these grids, my steering wheel leaps about. I could perhaps do with turning the force feedback just down ever so slightly. Mind you, to be fair, it's probably realistic for how it is in real life, but obviously with it being attached to my desk, every time it goes absolutely mental. Right, here we go. Flipping heck, it sounds like my bus is about to fall apart. Do you know? Right, I'm just going to give him a little bit of space. Range Rover's broken down, naturally. They always seem to be on the back of recovery wagons, don't they, Range Rovers? Right. It's who? Grosser Stern. Right, round we go. Come on, and again. There we go, that's the stuff. That's the stuff, off we go. And we've got a bus stop. With passengers. Wow. Stop. Oop, that's us sliding away a little bit. Never mind.
Morgen.
Come on. Oh, hello.
Ich benötige ein Ticket.
Speedy wobbled onto this bus. I'm sure it's not coffee in that flask. Right, it's a short trip ticket. There we go. Paying by cash, so you want $2.60 change. Either that or his caffeine's just not sunk in yet. Hopefully he's not got a little shot of whiskey in his coffee. Or a shot of coffee in his whiskey. Flipping heck. Right, off we go. Flipping heck, it's a big moon tonight, isn't it? Look at that up there. Good lord. That'll be affecting the tides. Right, next stop. What's this? Schloss Bellevue. Yes. Title of this video, I decided to show off the AI buses by picking a time of day when there would be no AI buses. That was a sensible decision. Sensible decision, Joe. For goodness sake. Right, off we go. Go again, we're a couple of minutes early, so these traffic lights aren't gonna, you know, they're not gonna be a problem, are they? There we go. We don't mind that. I always feel a little bit guilty because obviously these are electric buses. They've got power sockets. You know, you can USB your phone into them. But obviously they run off electric, don't they? Now, obviously, a conventional diesel vehicle would have an alternator in it, and, you know, as you're driving along, the engine will be producing electricity through the alternator, whereas obviously these things run off a battery. So if I'm plugging my iTelephone into the back of the Solaris Electric Urbino, I'm essentially shortening the battery life of the vehicle, you know, and the range will be less as a result. So I sort of feel a little bit guilty plugging in to charge my phone when, you know, when we're on an electric vehicle. I worry about that, like if I got an electric car, for example. If I plugged in to do Apple Play and it charges your phone, would all of a sudden I only be able to drive half the distance? You know, I'm sure it's not the case, but yeah, I do just worry. Oh, here we go. Talking to people's phones. Right, we are plodding along. Now, we should be down at the Reichstag shortly, if memory serves me correct. Let's have a look. Where? Oh, Reichstag, Bundestag. Yeah, there we go, in the bottom right. So we don't appear to stop here, so we'll carry on. So, yeah, government buildings on the left-hand side here. The Reichstag should be sort of here. You just can't really see it because, obviously, it's a little bit dark. I mean, it might not be exactly there. It might be a little bit further down, but... yeah, we've got the Tiergarten here on the right-hand side. I'm not rushing, I'm just plodding and having a look there. You can see it's 5:04 and a half. So, you know, we want to give everybody a comfortable ride. There's no need to rush. Oh, flipping heck, it got very dark all of a sudden there, didn't it? Right, we don't appear to be stopping there either. I guess this is a thing of the night routes, maybe? Oh, there we go. You watch. Now I've plodded all the way down here. We're going to end up late, aren't we? Right, yeah, the Reichstag's just on the left here. You can see the... you can just about make out the big glass dome here. I guess it depends what... you know, if you're watching on a phone, it might be a little bit difficult to see. But if you're watching on your computer or a big telly... I imagine this looks quite good on a big telly, to be honest with you. I've decided I need a 4K monitor. I mean, my other half, if he were here, would be shaking his head. Joe, stop spending money for goodness sake. But, you know, I would like a 4K monitor because I'd like to be able to record in 4K. I think that'd be fantastic. You know, it'd look a lot better in terms of the resolution, and of course you guys would be able to then watch it in 4K. It'd just look better, wouldn't it? Here we go, Reichstag, Bundestag. Yeah, I think that would be really, really lovely. I mean, when I upgraded from 1080p to 2K, I couldn't believe how good it looked. You know, it looks absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, I really would like to upgrade to 4K. That'd be fantastic. Ooh, exciting stuff. Right, what have we got? Oh, for goodness sake, even at this hour, blaring away at the emergency services. Right, I think that's about right. There we go. We'll leave... about 30 seconds early, are we? But I'm sure we'll cope. Now, this is a bus lane, and it ends here. He's going right. Is he going to let me go? Who has priority? I thought there'd be like little sort of bus lane traffic lights there, but apparently not. I think we're both going to go at the same time, and he's just going to turn into the side of me. Yep, there we go. Excellent. Luckily, they despawn, and I don't have to deal with an insurance report. So, you know, we'll just pretend that didn't happen. I mean, the lighting on this is absolutely stunning, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. I'm having a really nice time. Oh, we've committed. There we go. Whee, straight round. Bit more engineering works. That's a railway terminology, isn't it? A few more roadworks, obviously denoted by the yellow instead of the white. Oh, we're coming out of Brandenburger Tor. AI bus! Wow! Look at that. What are we on, the TXL? Wow! Flipping heck. Oh, he's up the curb. Good God. Right, okay, there you go. You've seen an AI bus. So you see, I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying. It's, yeah, they're definitely here. just fewer and further between. It does feel a lot more realistic, it has to be said, with having that, you know, having that there. Flipping heck, how close were he? Is he sat right behind me? I felt that on the back of my neck. That cough. Right, off we go. So we're not going left down here, because that's a one-way street. That's how you get in bother. Is this the embassy down here? I think it might be. Right, off we go. We're heading down to Alexander Platz now. Brilliant. Right, there we go. Everybody on. The TXL clearly runs at night as well. Yeah, I hadn't realised that there were night routes. I think that's brilliant.
Guten Morgen. Morgen. Ich hätte gerne ein Ticket.
24-hour A and B. Lovely. Just hang fire, love. Yep. Paid exact, have we? Good stuff. Thank you very much, madam. I think this could get quite chaotic, couldn't it, when you've got lots of buses around? Because obviously the 100 is every 10 minutes. The 200's every 10 minutes. I think it's going to feel a lot easier. You know, like I didn't really... like I like the 200 between Alexanderplatz and Zoologischer Garten. But then that little bit that goes sort of up... there's a little bit past Alexanderplatz on the 200. But because there's no other buses... it always just felt a bit empty and I never enjoyed driving it, but I'm going to have to give it another go. Which is why I'm tempted with a live stream, because I think it ends up nearly an hour. It's sort of 40 minutes to an hour. Oh, the VW forum there. I like how they've got the Volkswagen group. I'm assuming it's Volkswagen and not Volkswagen. But they don't seem to have any VWs in the... you can have a nice coffee surrounded by VW Golfs and Passats. It's very weird. Very, very odd. I've probably mentioned that in previous videos. See, I'm definitely more of a Mercedes-Benz lover. You know, they brought us great vehicles like the C-Class and the Citaro, the Actros and the E-Class, you know what I mean? Like, lovely, lovely vehicles. I'd probably rather be sat in a Mercedes-Benz sort of forum. I don't know if there is one, actually. If anyone knows of somewhere you can have a coffee with a Mercedes-Benz next to you. Good lord. Are we, yeah, that's going to be people livid. I do like the sort of random pedestrian, though, crossing the road. Because obviously that's how it happens. There we go. Right, get that shut. And away we go. Carrying on, you can see the TV tower just there next to the moon. Which I'm sure has just jumped. Is it not moving smoothly? Has it literally just jumped as the time went on? It's very interesting if it did. Museum Insel, Museum Island coming up. Oh, there we go, we'll take it nice and steady. Building works going on. I'm sure that the map has changed drastically since we last drove it. Like all those roadworks coming out of Zoologischer Garten, they never used to be there. And now they are. It is good that they keep updating the map. I like that. Did there not used to be some roadworks around here that they've got rid of? I mean, if they keep doing that, that is absolutely brilliant. It has to be said, this is one of my favourite releases from Aerosoft recently. Like, in recent years. Here we go, Museum Insel. Now I'm stopping on account of, you know, and opening the doors. I know nobody pressed the button to get off there, did they? I don't know what happens. Obviously, in real life, the bus will continue past the stop. It wouldn't stop. We'd be fine. Obviously, on this, I don't really know what happens. Right, off we go. You know, I don't know if you can just drive past the stops. I might register that you've not stopped. Oh, here we go. VDL Citea, what are you on? The 123? Give them a wave. Going to Hauptbahn off there. I hope that like all the shifts are covered, so like you will see a bus every 10 minutes. I hope it's not like only half of them are just to save on frame rates. So it's TML, isn't it, that have done this? What we need to address as well is this is the first TML bus simulator. And I'm sort of, we're not talking City Bus Simulator 2010, I think that was TML as well. We're talking Firm Bus, we're talking Tourist Bus Simulator, we're talking The Bus. Up until now, we've not had AI buses. You know, Firm Bus had the coaches that were on the motorway only. You'd only see a coach on the motorway. But you'd never see them in the towns and cities actually running routes, they'd just be on the motorway. So obviously it was just a vehicle that behaved like trucks, wasn't it? Tourist Bus Simulator, no AI at all in terms of buses. Here we go, we're going to have to... Oh, can we stay in the bus lane? Yeah, that's good stuff. So yeah, this is the first time that we're actually going to see AI buses running AI routes, which is exciting. Oh, look at that, there's a Hemsterdrucker going over the bridge there, the 442 Talent. Bombardier Talent 2. I do like those. The first train I went on in mainland Europe. I'm not counting when my mum and dad took me in the Channel Tunnel because I was too young. But as an adult travelling on my own, I say on my own, I was with friends, but without parents. Yeah, the Talent 2 was the first European train I went on. Very exciting. I like them personally. Let's just stop indicating. You know, like, how much this game has come on. Remember, originally you just got the Scania Citywide. And the TXL. That's all you got. There was no AI trains on the bridge. You know, there was no AI buses. There was none of these routes. You know, I don't think Alexanderplatz... Was Alexanderplatz a thing? Yeah, because that's where the TXL terminated, wasn't it? But, you know, there was no Zoologischer Garten or anywhere around there. Right, I'm sticking in the bus lane. Flipping it, where's the road gone? I feel like I'm in the wrong lane. Right, we'll go up here. Flipping it. I do remember this being like this with the little wooden walkway last time I came. You know, and there's talk that they're going to add AI trams. I believe I've seen that on the roadmap. So that's going to be exciting because obviously around Alexanderplatz now this looks quite bare, doesn't it, with no trams. But when there are trams, it's going to look brilliant. It's going to be just like driving in Berlin. I mean, we can tell ourselves at the minute with the AI, we're like, oh, it's, you know, rail replacement buses. You know, that's credible, isn't it? And there we go. More emergency services. Oh, he's got a flipping mask on behind me. Don't want to be ill. Halloween's coming up. Hey, dearie me, we're so close, aren't we? I mean, we're at Alexanderplatz anyway. Does it say, do we have Fahrt endet here on the front? No, we've got Memhardstrasse. Which I think, did it say Alexanderplatz before, and that's just changed. Right, off we go. Right, round, lovely. Sort of reminds me of UMSI 2 add-on London, the Brixton add-on. Oh look, you've got them on the map, the AI buses, the little blue arrows. Got the TXL there. Oh, a couple of them, look at that. Right, well, that, my friends, is where we're going to leave it for today. I do hope you have enjoyed today's episode of The Bus. If you have, please do click the like button. It's always appreciated. And if you haven't already, do, of course, make sure you subscribe. As I say, Saturday midday-ish, I am planning a live stream. Now, obviously, that may change if, you know, things might change. So yeah, I am planning a live stream of The Bus, so if you've enjoyed this will probably be released at about 9-10 AM Saturday morning. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this, do make sure that you keep an eye on the channel for that later on today. Besides that, as I say, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. Cheerio everybody! Goodbye for now.